Let's get right into it. Number 1, the charm paradox. They walk into a room and instantly brighten it. People laugh louder, lean in, and you find yourself smiling. But here's the paradox. The most charming people aren't always the warmest. Sometimes charm is a mask. Highly likable people master what psychologists call social calibration, the ability to read subtle cues and adapt instantly. They fit themselves to whoever they're speaking with, delivering emotional fluency that feels like empathy. It seems natural, but it's engineered. They make you feel understood, which is powerful. Because when you feel understood, you let your guard down. Charm at its core is controlled vulnerability, the illusion of authenticity. Research shows socially adaptive people build trust faster than those who are simply kind. Our brains mistake fluency for honesty. The dark side is subtle. Charm becomes performance. They're not connecting but orchestrating. The best manipulators don't twist arms. They tilt emotions. They don't dominate rooms. They design them. Over time, you equate smoothness with trust, and that's what they depend on. They spend charm like currency, opening doors and collecting favors while you never see the ledger. Notice the difference between someone who truly sees you and someone who only sees what they can get from you. Number 2, the empathy manipulation trap. We love empathetic people, the listeners who nod, who celebrate our wins and share our pain. Empathy builds bonds, and those who show deep understanding often become anchors in our lives. But empathy has a shadow. Used strategically, it becomes a tool for influence. Some likable people develop empathic accuracy, the ability to infer others' emotions from micro cues. In healthy hands, this fosters intimacy. In manipulative hands, it builds leverage. They listen with precision, learning what soothes or provokes you. They remember your phrasing, your stories, your insecurities. That information isn't neutral. It's currency. They know when to comfort, flatter, or withdraw, all to shape your behavior. The trap is slow. First, they create safety, then orient your attention toward them, and finally, dependency forms. You start to prefer their interpretation of events over your own. Empathic manipulation thrives because feeling understood feels like truth. It bypasses argument and goes straight to feeling. When someone can calibrate your emotions, they can nudge choices without seeming coercive. To spot it, watch for consistency between what they reveal and what they extract, and ask whether their attention aligns with your interests or theirs. Number 3, the mirror personality effect. You meet someone new and notice how easy they are to like. They laugh when you laugh. Match your rhythm and mirror your gestures. This isn't just politeness. It's mirroring, or the chameleon effect. Humans are wired to trust the familiar. When someone mirrors your gestures, vocabulary, and tone, your brain releases oxytocin and reads similarity as safety. Mirror neurons prime us to sync with others, smoothing social bonding. But mirroring can be tactical. Some likable people use it intentionally, matching you so thoroughly that you unconsciously prefer their company. They reflect your values and posture until you assume you share a worldview. It's the easiest form of rapport. You feel understood because you see yourself in them. The danger is that this familiarity feels earned even when it's engineered. You believe the connection is mutual, but it may be calculated. Over time, you may become more loyal to the feeling of being mirrored than to the person's actual character. Mirror-based rapport also reduces scrutiny. Smooth interactions mean fewer red flags. Notice whether similarities arise naturally or always match your mood. If their opinions shift to fit you, they may be building influence, not friendship. Number 4, the validation engine. There's a magnetic quality to people who remember details. Compliment with precision and laugh at your jokes. Validation is social currency. It activates reward circuits and creates attachment. When someone consistently affirms you, your brain links their approval to your sense of self. Likable individuals who weaponize validation use intermittent reinforcement, small, unpredictable rewards that keep you chasing connection. They praise you sometimes, withhold praise other times, making their approval more valuable. It often appears supportive, but the pattern conditions you to seek their signals, altering your behavior to earn their attention. This feedback loop is efficient. It shifts your dependence from internal worth to external approval. Over time, you prioritize the person who doles out praise. Their opinion maps to your identity. The most insidious form isn't constant flattery, but selective silence. Praise withheld until you perform as they prefer. By controlling the reinforcement schedule, they shape your habits and self-concept. You begin editing yourself to match the version they reward. To resist, cultivate self-validation and diversify your sources of approval. If one person's opinion holds too much power, that system is engineered to make you pliant. Number 5. The conflict illusion. Some highly likable people seem above drama. They de-escalate quickly, refuse to fight, and project a calm that makes others feel safe. But that calm can be tactical. Passive dominance is control via restraint. By refusing confrontation, they force others to carry the emotional weight. When conflict arises, their detachment puts you in the hot seat. You feel guilty for being upset. You apologize to restore equilibrium, and the composed person gains leverage without raising their voice. This technique manipulates our natural aversion to social friction. People prefer harmony, and when the likable person holds back, you become the one who must reconcile. Their silence becomes a method for moral pressure. Sometimes they use humor or diversion to deflect accountability, turning real concerns into misunderstandings. The outcome is the same. Others adjust their behavior to avoid being the source of disruption. Over time, the unruffled person accumulates influence as social groups reward serenity and penalize volatility. That makes confrontation an uphill battle by design. If you notice this pattern, practice direct assertion and call out the behavior neutrally. Don't accept peace as proof of fairness. Sometimes tranquility is a power play. Number 6. The vulnerability weapon. We praise people who open up. Authenticity looks brave and rare, and it builds trust. But vulnerability can also be a narrative device wielded strategically. Strategic self-disclosure is the curated sharing of experiences that invites reciprocity while protecting real weaknesses. Someone may share a minor failure or awkward moment to seem relatable, encouraging you to reciprocate with your own secrets. Once boundaries soften, they can use your disclosures as leverage or simply consolidate trust without exposing true vulnerability. Their stories feel honest, but avoid anything that could undermine their status or reveal motive. This creates an illusion of intimacy. You assume you know them and trust them, but you are guided into that impression. Calculated openness often comes with timing. Confessions made at emotional moments or after you've invested make you bond faster. To guard against tactical vulnerability, practice graduated reciprocity. Share small pieces first and see if disclosures are mutual or if they mainly serve to extract more from you. Authentic vulnerability is messy and uneven. Strategic vulnerability is too neat. Number 7. The Influence Mirage. The most dangerous likability is invisible. These people don't demand or push. They guide. Soft influence is the art of steering choices while letting others keep the illusion of agency. Instead of saying, "Do this," they ask gentle, leading questions, frame options to highlight what benefits them, and use stories to make certain outcomes feel inevitable. They align their suggestions with your values, presenting options as natural extensions of what you already want. People are more likely to comply when they think the behavior matches their identity. Likable influencers exploit that by recruiting your ego, not fighting it. The result is seamless. You adopt their ideas and feel gratified for doing so. This subtle persuasion uses mental shortcuts, so you don't feel coerced. By the time you notice, your preferences have shifted and your decisions favor their agenda. The remedy is simple but requires effort. Slow your decision-making, ask clarifying questions, and map your real priorities before agreeing. Strong influence leaves footprints. Check whether choices align with your goals or someone else's framing. Likability is not a moral label, it's a social currency. Learning to read the difference protects your autonomy and preserves your authenticity.